Hi there, my name is Paul Harvey and this is a Market That video. So the question is, how do you be everywhere without actually having to be everywhere? It's a good conversation, isn't it? So the trick here is you've got to identify who your target market is. You have to really have a clear understanding of who you're aiming for. So if you were aiming for a cake making service, let's talk about something like a cake making service. Okay, so you bake cakes and special occasion cakes, right? So that would probably be a geographical type service. You probably wouldn't want to be baking cakes or delivering cakes any more than say 10, 15 miles away from where you live. And okay, maybe you're not, but I mean, that's kind of, if it's a particularly ornate cake, you're not going to want to deliver that by the post. So you could use some kind of process for advertising within a particular geographical location. And because it's geographical, you could put your advertising in quite a tight location online that would appear in different websites around the web. So anyone within your geographical location would see your advert. So as far as they're concerned, you are appearing everywhere because every time they look at a website somewhere, your advert appears. So that's one option. Another option would be, and I favor this one more because it has a lot more power to it. See, the first option is just advertising and bringing people to your website. And what that does, while it brings people in, what we already know is that it will take 5 or 6 connections for someone to actually recognize you well. And for someone to buy from you, it could take up to 20, right? So there has to be some process here going on, a number of connections before someone makes the kind of full connection to buy from you, unless of course they need a cake tomorrow, in which case then you're winning. So one option, and this is more about thinking further forward than thinking of immediate sales. So the one option is to create a piece of content, either when I mean if it's got a blog post or a video or something about your service. So if it's cake making, it might be, the 10 most creative cakes you could make. So you could actually come up with some designs of cakes or get photographs of different creative cakes and make some comment on them and advertise that around your general location. Now, people curiosity, because they like cake or getting homemade cakes, would possibly come and have a look at your site. Now, here is the key to this. If you've put remarketing on your website, this is the little piece of code that comes from Google using analytics, or the piece of code that comes from Facebook using their pixel, you can then track those people throughout the web. Not personally, but Google and Facebook will do it for you. So with that tracking in place, it means you can now place an advert to those people. So you think about this. If your website gets 10,000 visitors over a month, you've got 10,000 potential people who are potentially your customers, excuse me, who, if you were to advertise around the web using Facebook or AdWords, they would see your adverts a lot. And now we're into this repetition process. They might see your advert 10, 20, 30 times before they click it again. And we would put a range of adverts around. And here's the interesting thing. Those clicks from that advert would cost something like 20, 30 pence a piece maybe. So you can see the value of those advertising is quite low in terms of the click price. The potential that you're going to get from people clicking through is actually quite huge. And it's the brand recognition that seeing your name and brand does appearing around the web, wherever they look, that is incredibly powerful. Now we can limit it in terms of the frequency of adverts they see, so they only see 1 or 2 a day, but 1 advert or 2 adverts a day is enough to give you some very solid brand recognition. Now I have clients that have had their adverts viewed, get this, viewed 500,000 times in a month. Now, how much brand recognition is that? What would that cost you on Channel 4? And that is the power of using digital marketing at its best and getting into this idea of ad frequency. Anyway, that's what you do, that's how you do it, and I hope you find it valuable. This is Paul Harvey. This is a Market That video talking about ad frequency using digital marketing, AdWords, Facebook, and remarketing techniques. Thanks for watching.